Previously on Masterchef Canada, the top 10 cooked for 151 Canadian heroes.
Oh boy, here they come.
Come on, guys, this is for the truth.
And the losing team went to war with each other.
I'm not doing that. This is what we're doing now.
Wow.
But Salmon Wellington proved to be their toughest adversary,
That is raw.
shooting down Dale's Masterchef dream. Tonight,
Here we go, buddy.
a challenging mystery box takes exotic to the extreme.
Oh,
And the top 9 are in it to win it.
Watch out, bitches, because I'm coming after you.
I heard that.
I'm in the top 9, and I'm here because I deserve to be here. I've definitely had moments where I've been discouraged, but I've got more fire under me than I've ever had, and there's no way I'm going home.
I'm frustrated that I haven't won a mystery box challenge yet. Today is my day.
I like mystery box challenges. I like surprises.
welcome back to the MasterChef Canada kitchen. Now, there are just 9 of you left.
It's important now to always be on the top. I don't want people playing with my destiny. I want to be able to control what I'm doing in the kitchen.
9 is an important number in Chinese culture. It's associated with the dragon, a symbol of magic and power.
I just need something good to happen. Need something good to go my way.
Of course, there are the 9 lives of the cat.
In MasterChef Canada, you only have 1 life. This mystery box may give you the chance to extend it.
You'll each have just 60 minutes to prepare, cook, and present one superb dish using the ingredients hidden under those boxes. The person who wins this mystery box will get a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge, where at least one of you will be going home.
It's time to find out what's under those boxes.
Standing on my mystery box, and there's definitely a smell. I can't put my finger on it.
1,
It smells like dirty feet in here now.
2, 3, lift.
Awesome.
What is that?
In front of you is an array of raw ingredients. Some are exotic, and some may be more familiar, just like you'd find in the kitchens of any quality restaurant.
But these ingredients are not just from any restaurant, they're from our restaurants.
It's really cool to see what these chefs are inspired by.
So my contribution to these boxes, taro, a basic staple in all Asia. Just treat it like a potato. Kimchi, something spicy. Sea urchin, a treasure from the sea. It's something you either love or hate, and we love it.
Oh boy.
Daring fruit, in case you haven't noticed, it stinks. It's the king of fruit in Asia. If you can use this, you will really impress me.
Definitely gonna use a durian. Doesn't matter how much I hate it. I want to impress Chef Alvin.
My restaurants feature the best seasonal ingredients from across the country. Yellowfoot chanterelle, found East Coast and West Coast. Cipollini onions, delicious sweet Italian onions. Quinoa, very healthy grain. Mostarda, a classic Italian fruit mustard from northern Italy. Squab, deliciously gamey. And just in case you didn't know, it's pigeon.
I've eaten almost all these ingredients, except for the pickled cherry mustard thing.
I've given you monkfish, a robust fish that can handle a lot of different flavors. White miso, fermented soybean, which is wonderful in soups and in dressings. And pork belly. You have 60 minutes to make us a restaurant quality dish we'd be proud to serve.
I hope we don't have to use all the ingredients. I'd be in trouble.
Your 60 minutes starts now.
Measuring cups.
I'm either gonna work with the pork belly or the monkfish. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe some fried onions. I really do.
No clue what I'm doing. Just throwing stuff in a pot.
This is my favorite challenge so far because this takes a lot of creativity, innovation to be able to create something that's going to impress us.
A lot of these home cook is really going to be intimidated by all these ingredients. Oh, for me, my advice, simplify it. Create a balanced dish. I would take the pork belly, marinate that in with the white miso and the durian.
The dish I'm making is a stuffed squab with a roast of cipollini onions. I'm totally going to butcher him, and he's going to be looking pretty in about 2 minutes.
I'm thinking about stuffing and roasting it. I'm not going to be able to do that in an hour.
The pitfall with using the squab, it is very, very lean. You need to build on those flavors of that squab. It's got a mild gaminess to it, but the overcooking is the key for them.
I am going to make pigeon soup or pigeon broth with some Asian style noodles and some mushrooms.
I'm going to be making a butter and pork basted monkfish with a sea urchin velouté.
Now, the pitfalls of monkfish is that if you overcook it, it gets very rubbery. So I would give it a really great sear on top, roast it in the oven, baste it with lots of butter, some herbs, and if you overcook that fish, it's over.
30 minutes. You have 30 minutes to impress us with our ingredients.
Hey, Carly, what are you making?
Mushroom and onion stuffed flatbread. And then I'm going to miso poach the monkfish
Why is it there?
because I put it in too early,
How much time do you think this is going to take to cook? That's a little rare in the middle.
like 6 to 8 minutes.
Probably closer to 5. If I can give you any advice,
Okay.
that's the star of the show. Not the flatbread, all right?
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Rita, so tell me what you're cooking.
Monkfish,
What are the flavors in the pot?
mostly Asian inspired. I've got that garlic, the ponzu, a little bit of fish sauce, the miso. I even put in a piece of that kimchi in there for that spice.
And you have an idea how it's all going to come together on the plate?
It's in my head.
Sounds like you've got a lot going on.
I definitely do.
Eric, what are you doing?
I'm going to be pan-searing some monkfish. This is a durian sauce that I made for the fish.
That's actually quite salty. How are you second that?
It was just the jam and some of the fermented bean.
Oh, I think it needs a little bit more durian.
Okay.
But let me give you a word of wisdom. Being complex and being innovative is not the same thing.
Hey, Tamara.
Hi, Chef.
Fresh noodles, fresh broth.
Yes, Chef. A pigeon broth.
That's delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
Incredible. Looks like you've been kind of flying under the radar. Is this your chance to really come out?
This is exactly my chance to come out and shine.
Very, very impressive so far. I love this.
Tell me what you're doing.
Chanterelle mushroom monkfish.
And the sea urchin?
Just made a broth with taro root and a little bit of fish sauce.
So you use the taro root to thicken the broth.
That's right.
Oh, smart idea. Have you ever worked with sea urchin?
No, I'm definitely taking a risk.
I'm going to make like a soup with whatever this is. He said treat it like a potato. I don't want to go towards the Italian ingredients, right? I want to try something different here. That's nice.
Five minutes. You have 5 minutes left. Your final 5 minutes. Not a time to be in confusion. Now is the time to get ready.
I'm shaking too bad.
Wow, there's some very interesting looking dishes happening out there. Everyone's raising their game here.
I think it's my yelling.
Tamara is making a soup with fresh cut noodles.
Where's she getting noodles from?
She made them.
Oh, wow.
She wants to win.
Now, on the other hand, Carly has made flatbread with mushroom and miso monkfish on the side. And she doesn't look too sure about it, to be honest with you. Gayla, a whole pigeon? That is ballsy.
Kayla looks worried. Very worried.
And why would she do that? Gayla, a whole pigeon? That is ballsy.
1 minute. Final minute. Come on.
Kayla looks worried. Very worried.
And why would she do that?
They cut it open and it's bloody and it's still squawking. I will definitely not make a good impression.
I want to see the finishing touches going on those plates. You need to be finishing them up.
seconds. Time to panic. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Woo!
After observing and tasting throughout the challenge, the judges will now take one final look before selecting the most promising dishes.
I'm pretty confident. I think I'm going to be called up for sure.
We asked you to make us a delicious dish with some superb and perhaps unfamiliar ingredients from our restaurants.
There were some dishes that particularly impressed us.
The first dish we'd like to taste was made by someone who has never won a mystery box challenge.
I really need to win one of these mystery boxes. I need to go in that back room and see what that's all about.
Please step forward. Tamara. Bring your dish up here.
My noodles turned out perfect, and the broth is super, so this dish is for the judges.
Can you tell me a little about your dish, please?
An Italian-Asian fusion dish with Italian noodles and Asian broth.
The broth, I love the color, that rich golden brown. It's amazing.
Thank you, Chef.
If I would change one thing on this dish, I would look for a little of that pigeon meat, nestled under the noodles or in between, that just popped out every once in a while. Very nicely done. Thank you.
Looks very nice. The richness and the acidity, perfect balance. That, to me, it's a very, very nice dish.
Thank you, Chef.
The second home cook we'd like to see was clearly inspired by a difficult ingredient. That home cook is Danielle. How do you feel about your dish?
I feel like this is the strongest dish that I've brought up to you.
Walk me through it. What is it?
Brown butter basted monkfish served in a sea urchin velouté, and I've topped it with chanterelle mushroom and a little bit of taro crisps for some crunch.
It's very good. I'm talking like Alvin, my mouthful. I like the acidity. The fish is cooked properly. It's a great dish. It's good to see you coming to the top now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
The next person we like to call forward is no stranger to the top spot. Please step forward. Marita.
I've made a little bit of a glaze for the monkfish, and I have a sweet and spicy kimchi slaw on the bottom.
Fish looks quite nice. Wow, there's a lot going on in my mouth. You got the fish nicely cooked. It goes nicely with the kimchi. And I'm glad you didn't over-season it, because kimchi is very salty. That was smart, and I like it.
It's good to see you thinking outside the box, and your repertoire is growing. You continue to impress. Today, because the dishes were so good, we've decided to try 4.
I'm thinking, that's me. That's me for sure.
I hope they're gonna call my name.
The cook who made the 4th and final dish took a calculated risk, but is going to take a closer look to see if it paid off. Please step forward. Kayla.
So I did a whole roasted squab, and then I made a jus with the pan drippings from the squab.
What I'm most interested in is if the pigeon is cooked medium to medium rare. Well, let's see. It looks good. It looks nicely cooked. I'm salivating already. And surprisingly tender. The pigeon is outstanding.
I think it's safe to say that this is probably the riskiest thing anyone's done so far. To roast an entire squab on the bone in 1 hour and serve it perfectly cooked. Overall, very good job.
We need a moment to discuss.
Nobody wants to win more than me. I guarantee you that.
I don't want to just be called up. I want to win.
Fantastic dishes, something that I would serve at various restaurants.
All four did an incredible job.
This is going to be a tough one.
Four outstanding dishes, but only one can be the winner. The person who cooked the best dish, who will get a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge. That home cook is Danielle. Congratulations, Danielle. You're about to gain control of the competition.
I have an advantage now, and my goal is to get someone strong out of the competition.
As the winner of the mystery box, Danielle is now in control of the elimination challenge. She gets to decide on the ingredient or style of food everyone must cook.
Danielle, how does it feel to be here?
It feels amazing, and it feels like exactly the place I want to be right now.
For many home cooks and professional chefs, dessert is a weakness. But to win this elimination challenge, it must be overcome.
This elimination challenge isn't just about any desserts. It's about beloved Canadian classics, flavors and smells that evoke your grandmother's kitchen. Your first option is...
Oh.
Coming up on Masterchef Canada, the Dessert Elimination Challenge
Eric, they're burning again.
yields some not-so-sweet results.
You got to do a lot better. A lot better.
Your first option is... the butter tart. It's an irresistible blend of butter, brown sugar, cradled in a crumbly sweet tart. The key to nailing it is a filling with just the right amount of decadent ooze.
Your second choice is a down-home East Coast staple, blueberry grunt.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Rustic and delicious, and one of Canada's oldest desserts. Fresh wild blueberries are simmered with sugar, lemon and water, and sweet dumpling soak up all the blueberry goodness.
If you're from Canada's West Coast, neither of these desserts compare to your next choice, the delectable Nanaimo bar. It's a chocolate and coconut crumb base, followed by a layer of thick custard or vanilla-flavored icing, topped with melted, semi-sweet chocolate. Danielle, as the winner of the Mystery Box Challenge, you won't be making any of these mouth-watering sweets.
Probably a good thing.
In fact, no one will. Instead, the tasty treat that you pick will be the jumping-off point for a refined, high-end dessert.
We're looking for a reimagined and elevated version of the butter tart, the blueberry grunt, or the Nanaimo bar.
Huh. Who do you want to get rid of?
Kayla and Marita. I really believe it's going to be myself against Marita or Kayla in the end. Those two, I definitely have targets for.
So which classic Canadian dessert will you choose?
I choose...
Because Danielle was the winner of the Mystery Box Challenge, she's safe from elimination. That was her first advantage. Her second advantage was choosing between the three choices that we presented to her in the pantry.
Time to reveal what you will be making today. The Nanaimo bar.
I've had one or two back in the day when I was a kid. Never really liked them.
That's right. The Nanaimo bar is the inspiration for the dessert that you'll be making today. We want you to elevate this everyday sweet by taking all the elements of the Nanaimo bar and reconstructing them.
I've never made a Nanaimo bar before. I have nowhere to even begin. I have no clue how to make them.
That's fine. I come from rural Alberta, and there's nothing better to do but bake and get fat.
Your 60 minutes starts now.
The winners of this elimination challenge will become team captains in the upcoming field challenge.
Does anyone know where cream is?
The home cook with the worst dish will be asked to leave the Masterchef Canada kitchen.
So today I'm making a chocolate mousse Nanaimo tart. I never like doing desserts. I never like baking, so I'm definitely stressing.
I'm making round chocolate. There's gonna be a walnut in the middle with some dark chocolate liqueur around the walnut with a white chocolate coconut outside. More of a bite-sized dish. I don't usually do desserts. I'm not a dessert person, and this dessert for me is always a risk.
So I think the Nanaimo bar offers a variety of options. What might you do, Claudio?
I would actually avoid baking anything right now at this point. I would use ladyfingers in this. I would layer it in a glass so you could actually see all the different layers.
So like a trifle?
Like a trifle.
Alvin, what about you?
I would do a fried custard because it looks like a bar and I'm utilizing the custard. Then I would try to do the coconut ice cream and then spread it with nuts, chocolate sauce. Very simple.
Today, I'm gonna hopefully impress my grandma, and I'm making deep-fried Nanaimo bar pierogies. Well, I'm here to the end, man. There's no way I'm going home.
I'm making some truffles with toasted coconut and chocolate on top. At this point, anybody can leave, maybe even me.
I'm thinking souffle. Vanilla on the bottom, a layer of chocolate on the top, and serve some melted chocolate, possibly with a ginger creme anglaise on the side.
I'm making my version of a Nanaimo bar. I'm not going to bake anything. I'm going to make my signature pastry cream, so we'll do like a little Italian spin on it. The crust is the graham cracker crumbs, the chocolate wafers, some coconut in there. So I'm really going to rely on my really beautiful pastry cream to come out.
And Kayla is doing something really gutsy.
I'm making 3 different panna cottas. Coconut panna cotta, chocolate panna cotta, vanilla panna cotta.
That's amazing.
It's incredible, if she can pull it off.
The critical element that I have to nail is making sure the panna cotta is set in time.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Chef.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Just trying to make buttercream for the first time.
For the first time?
Yeah.
It looks a bit thick.
Yeah.
Tell me about your dessert.
Okay. Bottom layer, coconut macadamia nut oatmeal cookie.
Okay.
Buttercream, bit of the toasted coconut with the white chocolate, and topped off with the blueberry there.
Seems very complicated, though. Are you staying true to the Nanaimo bar?
Just kind of just changed the colors a little. I've just gone with a little, like, bluish purple with the white. Chef, you look uncertain.
Did you add wine to this, too?
Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit.
Okay.
I just wanted it to be, a bit more of a grown-up Nanaimo bar.
Keep cooking with your heart.
All right. Thanks, Chef.
30 minutes. You have 30 minutes left.
Eric, slow down.
The judges told me to slow down, but I just think it's more efficient to sprint there. Like, I'm wasting time. I'm walking.
Close that blast chiller, Eric. Is someone burning something?
Oh my God, somebody's station is smoking.
What the hell is burning?
It's my station. Oh my God. It's a caramel. I'm definitely screwed.
What happens when you combine the best amateur cooks in the country with world-leading Miele appliances? The competition heats up.
You can cook. Beautiful, exquisite. Boom.
Release your inner master chef with Miele.
The home cooks have 60 minutes to elevate the classic Canadian Nanaimo bar to a restaurant-quality dessert.
What the hell is burning?
My caramel burnt.
At the end of this challenge, at least one home cook will be sent home.
This challenge is going to be really difficult for these cooks, and I'm happy that I'm watching from the gallery.
Do you have any cream, Pino? Can I borrow just a smidge? I just need a touch. Thanks, son.
You're welcome.
I did make that soft custardy stuff. Eggs, cream, milk.
sometimes we help each other out. But step by step, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do that? I found that very strange.
Samara, what do you think?
Honestly, Carly has to ask Tamara in top 9 how to make a custard.
Add cornstarch to cold water and then mix it in the mixture.
You're doing something that you don't know how to do.
It's what I would have done. It's just more making sure that you're doing it the right way.
This is not good. I put my cream in the blast chiller, and now it's frozen, and I'm not going to be able to put it in my piping bag. I'm in trouble here. The cloth is my worst enemy. Put my pie crust in the oven too late. Slipped my mind. I didn't realize I had to bake it.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
What are you doing?
An enamel bar.
Yes, and?
I'm changing up a lot. I infused some espresso into my ganache. I'm making a raspberry filling, but I'm going to put Philadelphia cream cheese.
Julie's not really using anything that's in an enamel bar.
You got the form right, but maybe the content's a little bit mixed up. Who's going to go home then? Who do you want to go home? Oh, really? Kayla.
I heard that, Julie. Someone's got to go home.
Tamara.
Yes, chef.
Tell me what you're working on.
Today I am making 2 types of deep fried pierogies.
And what kind of dough is that?
It's chocolate, cocoa.
You think this is the winning dish?
Absolutely, chef.
Suitable for a high-class restaurant?
I can guarantee it, chef. This is down to the final few, and this is when I want to really shine.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you.
I've never made truffles before. I've got my custard going. I've got my bowl chilling in the fridge for my whipped cream, a double boiler to melt my chocolate, frying pan on the stove with my coconut. I've never been so confused or all over the place in the Masterchef Canada kitchen like I am today.
Candies are way harder to make than I thought. It's hard thinking on your feet sometimes, you know? I grabbed cupcake liners and stacked my chocolate and my custard inside those. And I stuck them in the blast chiller for the last 5 minutes.
5 minutes left. You have 5 minutes to put together a beautiful dessert for us, or it will be your last 5 minutes in the Masterchef Canada kitchen.
Eric, you're burning again.
Damn it! You're talking.
He is actually burnt.
I think it's his caramel again.
He's burned it twice.
He's almost in tears.
I put my crust on the plate, and I see it crack down the middle.
Kayla's demolding her panna cotta. She's got one out successfully.
I used the wrong chocolate. The only thing that I do to fix it is add confectioner's sugar, but it's also kind of drying up my ganache a little bit. It's a hot mess.
1 minute, final 1 minute, everything on the plate.
They're running out of time.
I don't see any plating. Come on.
Heartbroken because if I would have just been smart and left off the 2 panna cottas that didn't set perfectly, I would have a stunning dish right now.
Look at this, it's ugly.
Maybe it'll be double elimination to both Italians.
I'm pretty happy about my dessert because, like, at the end, I just did a quick caramel.
Really hot. I tried to do a lot.
How'd you do?
For today's elimination challenge, we asked you to make a beautiful restaurant-quality dessert based on a beloved Canadian classic, the Nanaimo bar. Pino, please bring up your dish.
I had a vision in my head, but when it came to putting it on that plate, I just destroyed it. It's embarrassing.
Tell me what's in it.
I tried to incorporate the coconut and walnuts inside the crust and the chocolate.
I was hoping at this level of the competition that I wouldn't have to see food that looks like this. Crust looks a little thick. The coconut barely comes out for me.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
It's unnecessary, right? It's a mess.
Pinot.
Chef Alvin.
You know that looks like a mess. I think it tastes pretty bad, too. You gotta do a lot better.
Yes, Chef.
A lot better.
I'm top 9 in MasterChef Canada Kitchen, and this is what I put on a plate? It's embarrassing.
Eric?
Walk me through it. What is it?
The top is supposed to represent like the custard of the Nanaimo bar. It's flavored the same as the vanilla and icing sugar. The inside's filled with chocolate mousse.
So you made caramel not once, not twice, 3 times.
Yeah, chef. I made a quick caramel at the end just to candy my nuts.
Did you have time to taste it?
No, chef.
I want you to tell me if you recovered from that mistake. Did you have time to taste it?
No, chef.
I want you to tell me if you recovered from that mistake.
Tastes pretty good.
I think you're right. Mistakes aren't always a bad thing.
Thank you, chef.
Carly, you're up next. What are they?
It's a toasted coconut and white chocolate cup with custard and walnut filling on a chocolate liqueur ganache.
You know, every great chef cooks in their head. They taste in their head. They present food in their mind. They dream about food. Did this come out the way you envisioned?
No, I envisioned it that they were in ball form. I couldn't really figure out a way to do that, so at the last 5 minutes, I put them in a cup.
Just so drab, so blah. It's very dry.
Fortunately, you're right.
This is not what I would come to expect at this stage at all.
Carly.
Chef Alvin?
If that was served in a restaurant, they would send it back and say, what the hell was wrong? This is the custard, right? This is MasterChef Canada, and you said you hope to win. Well, with that, you don't have a hope.
Not really good at making desserts, so.
Tamara.
Danielle chooses Nanaimo bars thinking that that would be the most difficult thing, but she doesn't know that I have these aces up my sleeve, and they're starting to come out. My grandma always makes pierogies, and she also always makes Nanaimo bars. I wanted to do a recreation of a Nanaimo bar into a pierogi form.
I like the texture. You got the chocolate inside, the coconut. Wow.
Presentation, it's lighthearted and fun, and the pierogies are good. You should be very proud.
Thanks, Chef. If she keeps pulling out dishes like she did today, she very well could be my competition.
Julie, you're up next.
A raspberry, chocolate, and espresso Nanaimo bar.
How do you feel about how this turned out?
I do not like the presentation.
It's clunky. Tastes pretty good. The big problem, though, here, it does not resemble a Nanaimo bar in any way.
I think it does.
What matters more to you, though? What you think or what we think?
Obviously what you guys think.
You made it to this point. You need to push a lot harder.
Mike, bring your dish up, please.
Macadamia nut, coconut, and it was an oatmeal cookie that I made the crust with. And then it's buttercream and toasted coconut and vanilla.
Okay. Well, you can see the 3 layers quite clearly. Macadamia nuts, you say?
Yeah, I just wanted a bit of that butteriness in there.
For me, the filling, the center part, I thought was a little flat to begin with, but with that blueberry on top, it stands up. A decent showing. Good luck.
Thank you.
You want to know something?
What's that, Chef?
I would serve it in my restaurant.
Thank you, Chef.
Marita. Tell me what you have here.
I have a trio of truffles and some creme anglaise.
It's quite dry. I think could have added a touch more cream and sugar in there. It lacks a little bit of excitement.
Thank you, Chef.
Rita, you got more chocolate on your apron than you did on the plate.
It's all over the place today.
All right, where is Nanaimo?
I would say the bottom of the Nanaimo is what inspired me to do the truffles.
What's in here?
Not quite sure.
That scares me a bit. A cook who's not sure of what's inside of their dish. That's a very dried truffle. It's not your best work.
Kayla.
Kayla trying to pull off 3 panna cotta is like trying to run before you know how to walk.
So I have a coconut and a chocolate panna cotta and a vanilla panna cotta that clearly didn't set up.
Good. Not so good.
Bad.
Really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I like about you, Kayla, is your ambition. I personally like the idea of a panna cotta being reinvented. And I think the flavors you've chosen, I think it's great.
You have the coconut flavor, and it's not too sweet. This one, unfortunately, it's really too bad that this one collapsed, but that tastes pretty good.
We need a moment to discuss who'll be leaving the Masterchef Canada kitchen.
What do you think it is?
But it had interesting texture and
I thought it was close to the Nanaimo bar.
But look.
Carter was asking Tamara step by step how to do everything. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's a hard decision, but I think we all know who's going.
I really hope it's not me.
There were 2 standout desserts today. The home cook who made the best one reinterpreted the Nanaimo bar in a clever and inventive way. Tamara, today you played your cards right. Congratulations.
I've been totally waiting for this day. There's only 7 people in my way to win $100,000 and most importantly, the first MasterChef Canada title.
The second place dessert tasted even better than it looked. And luckily for this home cook, the flavor left us wanting more. Eric.
Good job, Eric.
I'm definitely trying to keep it like a little more simple and just learn from all my mistakes.
You and Tamara will be captains in the next team challenge.
At least one of the 3 home cooks we called up next will not be moving forward in this competition.
First disastrous dessert was far from restaurant quality. We were almost as disappointed in this home cook as they were in themselves. Please step forward. Pino.
I'm disappointed, I'm embarrassed, I'm angry.
The second disastrous dessert was made by a cook who thinks very hard about what they put on the plate. And today, all that thinking may have just got the better of them. Please step forward, Merida.
These truffles could send me out the Masterchef Canada kitchen today.
I'm happy to see Merida in the bottom. That's what I wanted.
The third disastrous dish was made by someone sadly lacking in confidence. Please step forward. Carly.
You three, you've not only made some incredible dishes, you've proven yourselves to be supportive and gifted team players. And we believe you've just scratched the surface. We know you've got so much more room to grow, but now we face a very difficult decision. We have to say goodbye to at least one of this competition's strongest home cooks. Carly, please step forward. You are not going any further here at MasterChef Canada. Carly, you have an amazing spirit and a remarkable ability to work with others that's enabled you to triumph in every team challenge. And you've made a lot of friends who are going to miss you very, very much. Your mother entered you into this competition. You've made her very proud. It's a taste that leaves you wanting more.
The best thing I've learned here at MasterChef Canada is to have more confidence in myself. I wanted this so bad, I can't believe it's over. I'm not gonna stop cooking because of this. I'm gonna cook more.
Carly, who will be Canada's first Master Chef?
Tamara, no question.
Today was tough, everybody, but it's only gonna get tougher. So go get some rest. You're gonna need it.
My strategy almost played out how I wanted it to. Merida was on the bottom, Kayla was not. There's always next time.
I think Danielle is on the top right now, but all that means is there's one place to go.
On the next episode of MasterChef Canada, a tough team challenge is all about street smarts.
You'll be running your very own food trucks.
Let's do this.
Come on, guys. Let's go right now. Let's make some right now.
And the top 8 struggle to feed a lunchtime crowd.
That is unacceptable. You're going way too slow. Let's get it cut.
Who will drive their team to victory? And who will face the most